Yeah, everything is laid out really, really nice. I think that the way you had the animal fencing and all that stuff laid out, I mean, I couldn't have done it better myself. I mean,
wow.
I think you did a fantastic job on that.
Did you see the site plan? Is that the site plan you're talking about?
Yeah.
That
Now look where you had your garden. The only thing that I was concerned about was everything that you had going in with the garden area there and the fruit orchard and the chicken house and all that, how much actual gardening space you had there. Because I couldn't make that out on the, I mean, I tried to measure it out, but I couldn't.
Oh, well,
I couldn't pull it out.
Nothing was to scale. That's why I just kind of wrote some dimensions in, because
I mean, on my program I could pull it up, you know, but it was just, I didn't know what your thinking was as far as how far out you was going with each way on it. Exactly, I mean, I didn't know where the chicken thing was going to be and which side you going to have the orchard zone or anything like that, so I couldn't really get too in depth with that.
It's not enough.
It's not
the
enough.
Garden area, it's not enough.
I mean, if you had to guess, I mean, what size would you say? I mean, that you're going to actually be growing something in.
These two plots that we've got plans for right now are about 50 by 70. And it'd be 2 of them, so that's 35, about 7,000 feet.
Bees.
Right.
What company?
They provide honey for sous bee. What they do is they contact the landowner about leaving bees on their property, and in return they supply you with so many cases of honey for a year, and you get the benefits of pollination out of it and having the bees on the property.
There's other things that need to be tended
Exactly.
to.
That's my whole thing. Now I told them whenever they come out here this year, don't leave any beehives because they'll be here in probably what is this? This is May. Probably in June, the end of June, they'll come pick them up.
When honey flows over.
Well, they take them to California to the almond crops, and usually I'll tell them to leave me 1 or 2 hives here. But I have learned that time of the year, my gardening, no honeybees are pollinating anything. It's usually bumblebees and mason bees are doing all my pollinating. So it's useless for me to have the honeybees here, so I told them.
So what's your question?
We were at the Feed and Seed months ago, month and a half or so, and I bought 3 bags, and each had 6 crowns. And
what year? 1 or 2 year old?
I have no idea.
It should have been on the bag.
Didn't know what it meant, or
these were 2 year olds when we planted them.
And I didn't plant them right. I laid it down. I didn't understand the little hill in between
you didn't watch my video.
Not yet. I have not, because this was totally an impulse buy.
Okay.
She's going back and watching.
Yeah, so I planted them. 5 came up out of the 18, and they're about this tall. And so what now?
Don't eat them.
First question: were they hybrid or Mary Washingtons?
I think they were Mary Washingtons.
Okay, if they were Mary Washingtons, then when they look, these are all blooms that's going to come up on them here.
Okay, they do have something that looks
like that. Right here. Here's one of them right here. This is one that's already started going to seed. This fall, those will turn bright red and look like holly berries. And what you'll do is you'll take them off, let them dry completely, and then you'll take a bowl of water and you'll put them in them and soak them in them, and you'll take your fingers and just rush them, and they're just loaded with little black seeds that come out of them.
Okay.
A lot of people won't plant Mary Washingtons because they're evasive. In other words, they just keep coming up and they just keep spreading. And for me, I don't know why anybody would not want asparagus.
Right, I'm with you on that.
I love it.
And
I mean, I love it.
Mine is in a raised bed.
That's okay.
Yeah, so that would help with the
control of the roots. I say put it close to your chicken house. These roots grow out and they grow into that chicken pen over there. So that way you don't have to worry about fertilizing. It automatically fertilizes itself.
Put it in either the north, put it in the south.
Put it on the south side of something if you can. Now, ours is on the north side here, but we have a buffer zone of trees right yonder. Plus it's up under these trees, and it's shaded from the cold under here. And I can't argue with the results because it does fine. That was my theory. You know, I said it should work, and it So
Looks like
Proved yourself right.
Yep.
That's always a good thing.
Yeah. Well, figs, the first thing you have to understand about a fig tree is all the roots are within the top 2 to 3 inches of ground. And they'll spread out all out in here. And if you don't keep it mulched during the winter time, the cold weather will kill it, and next year it just comes back as sprouts. And all it wants to do is just be sprouts every year. And you have to pick, like I picked 2 on that one over yonder. This is just 1. And you let that 1 sprout grow. Just keep all that mulched. Chicken fertilizer is fine. Something's got some nitrogen in it. And rabbit fertilizer is fine too. Or sheep's high in potassium. Any of that kind of fertilizer is really, really good. Or you can use, if you're really careful with it, you could use commercial fertilizer like Triple 13. Just sprinkle it lightly around it, and it'll be fine.
I really don't want to do that, just because I just don't want to have to be buying it.
Well, it's
I'd
so
much rather
expensive.
just use chicken or
Yeah.
goat.
Yeah, if
or
you've got it,
what we
that's
have.
the best thing to use. And the thing about rabbit manure is what we're putting around this one now is you don't have to worry about it burning up nothing. Because it's not a hot manure.
Whereas cow,
Um,
you can't put it directly on it. It has to.
Well, cow, you can put it on anything that's not a leafy green or something because of or chicken manure is the same way. You can't put cow manure, you can't put chicken manure, anything like that around anything that's got a leafy green on it because of the bacteria content
That you're
that
gonna eat
splatters
the
back
green.
up on it.
Right.
Yeah. The pathogens, I'm looking for the right word.
Yeah.
I have to hunt it. Go back in the files and look for it.
Where's my thesaurus?
My software is getting old. I got to provide the framework, but they were sending a polycarbonate.
I have to say it doesn't smell bad.
No, that's a myth. I'll tell you why pigs. I'll tell you why pigs.
Blowing or...
No, I can tell you why pigs. People say pigs stink. When they get ready to go to the bathroom, if the pen is big enough, they will go to the furthest place from where they sleep to go to the bathroom, and they will always go to the bathroom there. So therefore, the reason people say pigs stink, they'll take a thing as big as that building right there, and they'll put 2 or 3 of them in it,
Oh, wow.
and they're wallowing in their own crap, and everything. That's why I have this whole thing here, and she will 9 times out of 10 go all the way to that end up yonder and use the bathroom rather than do it down here.
well, we might ought to consider some sheep.
Yeah. That right there, she stand flat foot and go right over it.
Wow.
I had this here closed yesterday. She stood right here and went jumped over it and went right out that thing yonder. And I was like, oh no, I'm in trouble.
It's gonna be a long day.
Yeah.
No.
Come here.
Yeah, she's a good girl.
I want you to feel a him. Feel how fuzzy he is. Just walk right here. He won't kick you or anything. He just
So how old are these?
feel a
These
him.
they're just weaned, so they're
Isn't that precious?
3 months.
See how fuzzy he is?
It's so much thicker.
Yeah.
She's a good girl. Yeah.
Isn't that awesome?
Wow. I mean, gosh, it goes up to
I'll
me.
just split their back legs and stick it right over that right there, and I can get there to work on them. Not a problem. Of course, this is for if we hoist up anything in here. To do
The
it
first
there.
time I ever made squirrel mulligan, it was fabulous. No, it wasn't.
I was fixing
It
to
was
say,
right
you-
after we got married, and he went and got a few squirrels, and I didn't know the difference between a head of garlic or a clove of garlic.
Yes.
Oh my, it was very garlicky.
Very garlicky.
So, yeah, and I think that's the last time we had squirrel mulligan.
Because I like that feed up the grind.
Right. Totally makes sense.
These were 2 of them from Louisiana. A lady that lives next door to us here brought the pines. They were like this big around, grew on her grandfather's place. We took the seeds from them and planted them. Well, they came up and made 2 trees, but we planted them, and the rabbits bit this one off at the ground. So I took a graft off of that tree and grafted onto that one, so I've got another one of those trees right here. They were almost this size when I planted them.
How about that?
I mean, it's just, and I fertilize them. I mean, we put chicken manure, rabbit manure, and all that stuff on.
What is
That's
that?
That's red top
Red
clover.
clover.
Yeah, what we do, we just take it off like that and we just throw it so that next year it just keeps coming up. I gradually spread it. My whole place used to be covered in it, but I made a mistake a couple years in a row and just kept it mowed off.
Never seeded
And
up.
it didn't seed back again. So now we're trying to get it started back. I'll start around a tree like this, and when I come out here, I'll just gradually just keep growing it. Let it free.
And are these scuppernongs or
Yes,
mayhaws?
these are scuppernongs. We'll get you some pots up there at the house.
Ooh, thank you.
And what kind do these make?
These are the bronze ones. They make one about that big around.
That's like what Dad had.
Big old clear blonde scuppernong.
Hey y'all, this is Leslie from Scratch Made Homestead. I'm here standing in Wanda's kitchen and I'm trying her ginger kombucha, and it's delicious. See how pretty it is? It's made with green tea, and y'all, it tastes even better. I'm gonna have to try this recipe too.
Okay, here we are at Deep South Homestead, Danny and Wanda, and Scratch Made Homestead with Danny and Leslie Fox watching Brad and Krista online tonight.
From Big Family
From Big Family Homestead, we're just enjoying this moment right here. We're going to be collabing back and forth with you, brother.
Hey y'all.
Big thumbs up.
Okay, how's your food?
It's wonderful.
I would give it 2 thumbs up, but one of them's busy.
Okay, what's your favorite thing on that plate?
Boiled okra. Of course, I hadn't gotten to all of it yet.
He stopped at the boiled okra.
Yeah.
Yeah, he started there first.